What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Very exciting stuff. I love Power Extra because they always send you something like that. A nice little thank you card in their packages. Thanks for choosing Power Extra. You're so welcome. Thank you for existing. So if you have seen one of my earlier videos talking about my first DSLR camera, my lovely Canon EOS 300D, I had some issues with the battery charger that I had. And it was saying that these batteries, which are now currently 4 to 5 years old, were fully charged. And I call shenanigans. So I decided to purchase another charger. Now, not sure if there's an actual internal camera issue or if it was just the battery charger. So we're about to find out. I'm very nervous because I will be very sad if I purchased extra batteries for this 18-year-old camera and it doesn't work. Because that would suck. But why don't we go ahead, we'll charge the older batteries first. And I'm gonna charge the actual Canon battery pack. I don't know what it is. Canon is very particular on products that gets charged and or used with it. Oh my goodness. Keep thing. Power Extra is always surprising. I don't know why they come with this cord when it has a USB on the bottom. So we're just gonna keep this cord. We'll just leave that as such. Oh, and the other thing I got is this lovely device. So what this will be able to do, USB 3.0 SD cards. I don't know what this TF is, maybe micro SD. And then my CF card. The reason I actually got this is more for the CF card reader. It kind of feels cheap, you know, plastic, but I like the threaded, braided cord. It's gonna last forever. So that's nice. Okay, for the moment of truth here, let's go ahead and charge 2 of these bad boys. So here we are at my charging port. Just a bunch of miscellaneous batteries and etc. Alrighty, we're going to connect you. Okay. Yay! It works! It's working! Oh god, I'm so excited. Okay, so the batteries are charging. It was the charger because the charger that I used was a Castar and it was saying that they were fully charged. Okay, no juice in either one. Dang it. So we're just gonna have to wait until those batteries over there are charged, and then I'm gonna charge these 2 batteries. So now, oh my gosh, I really hope. Well, I hope this works. Otherwise, I will have 5 batteries for an 18-year-old camera that don't work. Oh, I'm gonna be so sad. Well, stay tuned for what is to come. Decided because it's dark outside that we're just gonna do an indoor shoot with this boy. So I did find out there is 1 or 2 batteries that just don't work. So they're just too old, and that's understandable. They were pretty old. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take this lovely 300D. I'm about to make some food, and so I'm gonna bring one of the lights into the kitchen, and we're going to do a photo shoot of the food. So I'm gonna take my 90D with this 24-70 Sigma Art lens, goes down to 2.8 aperture, and we are going to swap between the two. It's gonna have this Moment circular polarizer with anti-glare, which is gonna be awesome. Should come out nice and crispy. So why don't we go ahead and go to that shoot? Let's do it. Here we are, we're in the kitchen, and we are going to use both of these cameras shooting in this lovely lighting that we have here. And then we're also going to be cooking, so hopefully I'm able to triple task without getting everything disgusting. I'm also gonna bring in another light to really highlight the food that we have right here. Yeah, so we're gonna highlight this food as best I can. I'm currently using the Ohm 5 with my iPhone 13 mini, and the active track, which is super cool. So it's able to follow me around, which is really nice. There are some things that aren't that great about it, so if I go low, it will start to shake a little. Oh, maybe not. But anyway, let me go grab that light. So we now currently have our lovely key light here. It's gonna be a little bit cooler than what we have right now up on the top, but it's gonna be really awesome. So basically, I'm gonna take a photo of this stuff, just kind of clumped together. Some ingredients, we don't really need that there. So our very first photo is done. Why don't we go ahead, chop up some food here. Shooting is done. Why don't we go check it out? Oh, what's going on, guys? We got done with that shoot. I'm filming on a different day because I've been doing a lot of stuff and the lighting's a little different. I should probably turn. Let me turn this. 1 second. Hucky-ducky. So it's snowing outside, it's really cold, so I had to put a jacket on. But let's go over the photos that we took using the 90D and the 300D. And to be quite honest, it's pretty difficult to tell. I almost like the color coming out of the 300D. I was using a cine style, so I wasn't going with like a standard profile, color profile with my 90D. I was going with my cine style, so everything's a little bit more muted and it makes things a little bit easier to edit in post, both for video and for photos. But let's take a quick look here. So I did shoot, let's see, 9 photos, 8 photos each. And why don't we start with the asparagus? Why don't we take a quick look at the 90D photos first. So this was shot at 24 millimeters, ISO 400, and shutter speed of 1/100th of a second at an aperture of 2.8. Now, you can see that there's solid bokeh here. I was focusing mainly on the stems, the very ends of the asparagus, and you get a lot of detail in the countertop. I was basically just trying to reference using the LCD screens, so I didn't quite get perfect like framing for each to compare. I got pretty close, I think, but they're not perfect. Looking at the 300D photo, it's pretty difficult to tell. Granted, the framing again it's different slightly. With my 90D, I was kind of punching down. The 300D, I was pretty level with the asparagus. I did accidentally shoot at 25 millimeters. There's a tiny bit of a focal length difference there. Moving forward, I did the low end on my Sigma Art, so I did the widest, so at 24. And then I went to the longest or most telephoto focal length of 70, trying to focus on some of the garlic and pepper flakes in the asparagus. So you have some blur in the foreground of the stems, then you get into the middle of the asparagus where the garlic and the pepper are, and then you get more blur in the background. Pretty decent. Now, I personally think that the 300D photo in this instance looks better. I don't know if I would say it looks better blown up. The 300D looks better, yeah. I don't know. So I think the color here looks a lot nicer. Then we did, that photo was taken at, again, ISO 400, 70 millimeters, aperture of 2.8, and shutter speed of 1/125. And then we did it again with potatoes. Yeah, looking at these two, they're pretty good. Now looking at the 300D, I did do 2 different shutter speeds of the potatoes. I did 1/125, and then I did take another one at 1/80. And so there's two different focus points. One at the kind of front of the potato slice, and then one in the back, trying to get some variation there. Comparing, yeah, again, framing wise, going back and forth from the 300 to 90D, it was difficult. I didn't quite get my framing exact, so there is going to be a little bit, this isn't the perfect comparison, but we are looking at picture quality basically. And honestly, they're both pretty decent. I wouldn't say these photos are my finest, but for comparing, they're totally fine. Okay, so going to the burger photos, these are fun because I went through a range of both the focal length and shutter speed. And again, because of the color profiling, I think that the 300D's colors looked so much better. They have like a rich feel to them. My 90D's colors kind of made the meat look dead. I mean, obviously it's dead, but it just doesn't look appetizing, in my opinion, compared to the 300D's. Like the reds are very rich. It looks awesome. We did shoot at 28, 35, and 50. Now for the 28mm focal length, the ISO and the aperture stayed the same. Shutter speed was 1/200. My focus was a little off on both. So in the 300D, I was focusing on the front end of the patty. On my 90D, it was a little bit more just on top. So you can see a lot more detail in the pepper and the seasoning that's on the very top of the patty. Whereas for the 300D, you see a lot of the rich pink raw meat in the patty to the very front. I mean, even blowing this up a little bit, you can see so much detail. You can see the fat, you can see the little creases within the raw meat. It's insane how detailed this 300D is, especially in the low light that I have. You know, the native ISO on this camera is not great. I don't remember what it is exactly, but it does not go up very high. It might go to like 1200 or something, compared to my 90D, which goes up to 24,500 or something. It's crazy to see the detail that this can pick up. And then going into the 90D at that same focal length, it does its job. Like, you can blow this up a ton. You can see the detail in the salt. You can see the detail in the ground pepper. It's pretty amazing. Let's go to the 35mm focal length. Tried to stay as close to framing as possible. I might have been a little bit farther back on my 300D, and I shot it at a 36mm, unfortunately. So that's not gonna exactly compare again. When we shot this, shutter speed at 1/125. Again, the coloring for me is just, it's not doing it on the 90D. I don't like it as much as the 300D. The 300D's color looks so good. And again, the detail is quite impressive for an 18mm camera. The detail on the 90D is, again, also just phenomenal. Yeah, I think I'm liking the 300D a little bit more. I'm definitely not using it as a primary shooter. I will definitely use it for like social media posts and stuff because it still looks amazing. Now let's go to the 50mm at 1/125. And again, those colors are just, I think the coloring and the detail on the 300D might be better. I think it is. Oh my goodness. I can definitely tell there's a lot more detail in the top of the patty for the 90D, and for the 300 it's wow. Like, the front of the patty is incredible. The detail is incredible. I'm kind of blown away, to be honest. I was not expecting it to have that good of a sensor still. I did say that I've been taking care of it. The sensor on it is in great shape. It's super clean. The lighting that I had in there was pretty good. I really only had that one studio light plus the ambient light that the kitchen already has, which again is not great. But I mean, the detail that this camera is able to capture is wow. I'm thoroughly impressed with the 300D. Again, these aren't great photos. It's just a comparison video, so I just wanted to get a few photos to compare to each other and see how the 300D stacked up to the 90D. And to be honest, completely honest, I think that I enjoyed the 300D more. I think visually, it's still capturing a ton of detail. I think that in the burger photos, the meat looked a lot more appetizing. The detail in the actual raw meat was insane, blowing it up. I think that it looked better. Color-wise, detail-wise, it looked a lot more appetizing. But if you are looking to get into this, if you're looking to get into photography, if you don't want to spend more than 50 bucks on a camera, and honestly, like, you don't want to spend more than 50 bucks on a camera body, the 300D is pretty amazing. And just invest in glass, because this camera does take EF and EFS lenses, which is insane that it does that. I think this comparison video is also attributed to how amazing the Sigma Art lenses are. That 24 to 70 is definitely my go-to lens. I use it so much. It is weather sealed. It is a phenomenal lens to use in all situations. You know, you can use it for sports, you can use it for food photos, you can use it for video, you can use it for weddings, and so on and so forth. You can use it for such a wide variety of things. It captures such a great picture no matter what body you're running. The 300D, an 18-year-old camera, can capture that kind of detail with that kind of lens. Is amazing. Again, I'm super impressed. I think I'm going to continue to use my 300D just for fun on occasions. Yeah, I definitely want to do some comparison photos during the winter time of some skiing, just to see how well it actually captures a person moving. So that would be fun. So moving subjects will be the next comparison video. If you like this video, please like, subscribe. If you want some more comparison videos, again, like the video and let me know what you want me to compare. I am considering getting the GoPro Hero 10, and I have a range of GoPros still. I have the 6 Black, and then I have two GoPro Hero 4s. That will be kind of a fun comparison video to do, to go from a 4 to a 6 and a 10. I'm also considering purchasing a cinema camera or just waiting for the R3 to come out. I'm not too sure. I'm thinking going with the Zcam E2 F6 with the EF mount. I'm not sure if I want to go RF yet. Just not sure. It's a big investment. It's a huge move. I would have to sell. I would be selling my cameras for sure, and my lenses, because if I'm going to RF, there's no reason to have all these EFS lenses anymore. Yeah, so those are some videos that are possibly coming up in the future. Again, let me know what I can do to improve this channel. Let me know in the comments. If you have any feedback, again, let me know in the comments below. And if you want to get a 300D, I will put a link down in the description below for you guys to possibly get one. Again, they're selling for like 25, 35 bucks. The batteries and the charger was like an additional 30 bucks. And then just getting a CF card and a CF reader. So basically you're gonna be spending about 100 bucks for an entire setup. If you have EFS lenses already or EF lenses, don't need to buy any. Yeah, incredible, absolutely incredible. Thanks guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.